Welcome back, ready for Chaka number 2, and it's 2 goals all, or 2.5 goals to 2. Equity with that half a goal start in the subsidiary final of the Emaar Cup here at Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club. What a great first Chaka that was. More of that, please, boys. Very entertaining for the crowd here as more and more people pile in to Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club to witness this. And Equity have a penalty. And Kaku lofts that up and puts it through, extending their lead now. 3.5 goals to 2. Equity Polo team lead. This team owned and run by Aidan Al-Ahmed. He's now on the field. He's come on. He just took a little break after playing the Junior Emaar Cup final. He's now playing the subsidiary final for the adults with his team, Equity. Here he goes. He's up at the front in the number 1 shirt. Kaku Araja has just won another line out. I think he's won every single one. The ball seems to be magnetized to his stick. Kaku is tapping on, taking on the team here. Oh, he's beaten Bejo. No, he hasn't. Bejo's managed to come back onto it. Bautista Bejo turns it inside. His teammates run forward. Here we go. The running polo. It's Aidan Al-Ahmed, not with the backhand. Another guy with a massive polo IQ here is Hugo Barabucci. Tapping it forward, taking out the man. No one there behind him. But here comes Delfino. He leaves it behind then. He had great vision to see Bauti Bejo behind him. Bejo shoots with a roll of the wrists and chips it over. That was, again, what a team goal. It's just great to watch Abu Dhabi when they're playing well. They're playing so well. Really beautiful teamwork. The vision Delfino had to leave that one and let Bejo onto it behind him. Barabucci driving through and starting that attack. They change up their positions as well. You'll see Barabucci is lining up in the 1 and 2 position. He's got the number 4 shirt, often positions himself at the back as well. It's very hard to play against such a team. Again, the ball falls to Kaku Araja in the lineouts every single time so far. Followed up there and hit up to Aidan Al-Ahmed. Backhand comes in and Faris Al-Yaboni turns onto it with a huge shot. Look at that. Massive drive from the owner of Abu Dhabi Polo team, Faris Al-Yaboni. Read it though. Very well. Kaku turns it around. His team have gone forward now. He'll bring it himself a little bit more. 7 goals out of the 12. He knows he's got to do a lot of work. But he doesn't get through the pack. The backhand does come in and is picked up beautifully by Bejo and Abu Dhabi. Bejo, they ask for the pass up forward, but no one's managed to pick that one up. Colombre's horse is a bit bouncy. Nevertheless, he's able to turn it for Equity. He's getting hassled by Bejo and Delfino. Eventually, Bejo gets the steal and Delfino comes onto it. The 2 young lads work so well together. Delfino brings it into the middle, tries to send one up to the front, but doesn't. Backhand coming in, or not, from Equity. Delfino now does find Bejo. Bejo does find the ball as well. He's got Al-Yaboni up in front, 2-on-1 in the air, doesn't manage to hold on to it. And driving through onto the line was Gowland. Bejo wanted to come back onto it, and I think he just came across the line of Gowland. We'll see. Umpires were on the line right behind. They blew the whistle. Halfway through Chaka number 2, the players will go and change horse. Barabucci's getting off that horse. Did a lot of work with a big white face called Limon. Great horse. We've seen a lot of hurt throughout the tournament. He's going to get on a horse now called Copetona. Bauti Bejo is going to get on a horse called Dance. Tommy Delfino on Simpatica. So they don't have long to change horses halfway through the chukka. But nowadays, every team gets a free change. So each horse, most horses will play 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. They might come back and play another 3.5 minutes, depending on how many horses they've got lined up in the pony lines. So some of the players bringing 4 or 5 horses, some of the players bringing 6 or 8 horses. Most of the horses come from Argentina, bred for polo, of course. Mix of thoroughbred and criollo. That'll be worth anything from 40, 50,000 into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here we are then, from the halfway. Drive up forward from Kaku, Araja and Equity. Bejo gets a good backhand and Delfino runs onto it. Reading that play. He's going to wait for his teammates because no one's ahead of him just yet. Faris Yaboni goes forward. So does Barabucci. And coming left is Bauti Bejo. This is the Abu Dhabi we know and love. Bejo then. Oh, that one's in the air. He's going to need some support in behind him, Bejo. He's checked up well. And then sends one into the middle. Look at this. Zigzagging across the field. Kaku Araja read it. Bangs one into the corner. And now he's back onto it, Araja. Oscar Colombres trying to keep the men at bay, giving his 7-goal player some space. But the white shirts of Abu Dhabi are all over him. Araja, from a standstill, makes a little pass to Colombres. He's riding this big black horse called Red Bull. Barabucci picks it up on a light-coloured chestnut. Copetona. Leaves it for Bejo. Bejo sends one into the middle. It's a searching pass. There is Barabucci. He's found his way up to the front to try and pick it up. The defense from Colombres is good. And Kaku is there to turn it. Hit that one out to Aiden Al-Ahmed. He's on Martinita, his favourite horse, Aiden. Aiden hits a good one up toward the commentary box. Sends up straight. He's going flat out on Martinita. So much confidence he's got as the crowd cheer him on as he comes past. Faris Al-Yabuni comes in and gets a little ride-off. Does just enough. Delfino gets another touch onto it. Not enough. And Equity are still on the charge. And Aiden's up at the front. Claiming the line here is Barabucci. Aiden gets in front of him. Gets a shot at the goal. But not quite straight enough. Great run by the young lad. He's 14 years old and he's performing like that in the 12 goal. What a massive future this young lad has in the polo world. And it's a pleasure to have been the one to start his career off in the Polo Academy here. This one goes out to the left for Abu Dhabi. Bejo has got Delfino behind him if he needs. Colombres is coming in for the hook. Takes it forward a couple of times. Oh, but they've both left it behind. Gowland comes in onto it. He's shown the ball a little bit too much here to Delfino. Delfino's able to leave it for Barabucci. Barabucci plays it into the middle of the field. I love how they play diagonally across the field, this Abu Dhabi team. Barabucci now cutting it in toward the goal, but not managing to get far before Alejandro picks up the loose ball, takes it to the side. He'll wait there probably for Kaku to come and help him. Indeed he does. Kaku takes it around. Barabucci's watching him. Araja holds on to possession. His team have gone a long way away from him now. He doesn't want to try and hit as they're far away. Barabucci very patiently just waiting to make that play. He doesn't want to dive in and get beaten. There's that pass right into the middle. Delfino, though, sweeps in and picks it up beautifully. Bejo backs him up. Two of those guys They work so hard and back each other up so well. They communicate beautifully. Bejo and Bautista, Bejo and Delfino. That ball lofts up into the air and goes over the side. Almost hits the drone in the process. Anyway, that was after the first hooter. So 3.5 goals to 3. Equity still just with the lead against Abu Dhabi. We'll take a break now at half-time here in the subsidiary final of the Emaar Polo Cup 2025, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back, Polo Liners, ready for the second half now of the Emaar Cup subsidiary final. Abu Dhabi versus Equity Polo Team. It's a close one. We've seen 6 goals in the first half, 3 apiece. Equity with that half a goal start, just in the lead. Kako Raja on that beautiful black gelding called Negro. Ball went out at the end of that chucker off an Equity stick, so Barabucci sends it in. Equity and Negro with Araja. Negro picks it up. Tries to get past Barabucci. Not happening, not today. Barabucci plays it out, but jumping onto that is Gowland. Gowland takes it forward. Out to the side now. Barabucci comes in to get his revenge. Gowland, he'll probably wait for Kaku to come through and pick it up on Negro. Kaku got some space here, charging up toward the goal. Checking up beautifully, tap it in all the way. I expect he'll get it, and he does. Great goal by the 7-goal player. 4.5 goals, they extend the lead again. 4.5 goals to 3. Kaku Raja on that Negro. Okay, back in we go. Gowland for Equity, pick it up. They lead by 1.5 goals against Abu Dhabi. Watch out for Abu Dhabi's comeback. They love to come back at the end. Equity playing it forward. They've been getting better every single game. In fact, the first game of the tournament was Equity versus Abu Dhabi. This very same game. They're in the same league. They played against each other at the beginning of this tournament, and Abu Dhabi walked all over them. Not today. They're going to have to work hard, as Equity have again earned themselves a penalty. It's a safety 60-yard penalty. Corner. They lead by a goal and a half. Kaku Raja will be looking to send this one right up over the top, and putting them ahead by 2.5. 4.5 goals to 3 at the moment. Equity lead. Kaku Raja on Negro to tee it up. Araj just hit it sweetly, just pulling it to the left ever so slightly. A great strike. No cigar. Barabucci then. Colonel Barabucci from the back line. Plays it to Bejo, but jumping in onto that quickly was Colombres. He takes a hook, and Kaku, the danger man, has got the ball himself. For Equity, it's a lovely little horse, Negro. How that horse spun around and turned on his hind legs. Tries to break around the pack. Does. Gets hooked out, but there's another one in behind him. It's Colombres. Back to Kaku. Doing a lot of damage here, Kaku on Negro. Finding his way through. He's only a little horse, that Negro, but he's got a big heart. And he's doing a lot of work. That one goes over the back line, though. They're asking if it's another corner. And I think it is. Whistle blows. Must have come off a Abu Dhabi stick again. So they're just discussing. No, it's his. It's a 60-yard penalty. It must have come off an Abu Dhabi stick. So Kaku and Negro will take it. Well, it's along the ground, but it's straight. It's defendable. Oh, but it's again 3 in a row, 3 corners in a row. Again, that came off a Abu Dhabi stick in the defense. Saved the goal, but he's given away another corner, another penalty. 60-yarder. Araja, can he make it? Third time lucky. That one looks good. It is third time lucky. Slots it through right in the middle of the target. Too high for anyone to save. Right down the middle. Perfect 60-yard penalty. And that's a good buffer now they've got. 5.5 goals to 3. Equity lead. Abu Dhabi with some work to do. Araja is the one they need to shut down, that's for sure. He's doing too much damage, especially on that horse, Negro. They'll go and change, though. With 3 minutes, 44 seconds left of chukker number 3, the players will go and hop on some fresh horses. So, do download our app, Polo Line TV app. If you haven't done already, that's the best way to watch polo. You can watch the games live on the app. You can watch the replays of all the games. You can watch the highlights, and there's some very interesting interviews with the players and the coaches as well. Also, of course, we've got our social media. That's Polo Line OK on Instagram, Polo Line Int on Facebook, and Polo Line TV on YouTube. So Equity in a strong position with Kaku Raja doing a lot of damage. He's up on now a horse called F16. Gowland gets the ball stolen here, and Delfino's broken away up at the front. The back door's open, and he's flying through it. He scored a goal similar to this earlier on. This time Colombres is hunting him, but Delfino's done it again. That's 2 goals he scored like that. You give this man an inch, he takes a mile. Great start from the line out, getting the steal there, Delfino, and running it down and scoring. Three minutes to go. Out of the line out. Oh, Barabucci. Things are looking up here for Abu Dhabi. He's found Delfino up at the front, who makes a rare mistake. And Colombres turns it. Abu Dhabi making foul. Colombres is on a big dark horse called Rosie. We've seen her do a lot this tournament as well. They've earned themselves another penalty. Perhaps a careless mistake from the Abu Dhabi team. So they've moved it past the 60-yard line onto the 40-yard line. So an open goal. The Abu Dhabi team can defend this, but they can't cross the line until the ball is struck. And it's struck well and through and into the Villa's back garden. They'll go back to the middle. Equity onto that goal. A little bit of a comeback coming in from Abu Dhabi, looking strong. And then a little foul gives away a penalty, and you don't want to do that, especially when Kaku Araja is on the other side. So good from the penalty spot is Kaku. In it goes. Abu Dhabi have won it with Delfino. He'll turn around. Got some space here to make a drive forward, but it's landed straight to Colombres on Rosie. His backhand doesn't come off. Bouty pounces onto it and takes a one-time shot. A little bit hasty maybe, pushes it out to the right. Bouty Bejo on a horse called Lion. Araja hits one hard under the neck, looking for Rosie, this big horse with Colombres. Rosie gets ridden out by... Oh, he doesn't. He manages to keep it now. Bauti Bejo gets onto it with the green helmet here, turning it around, sneaking past his man. Bejo looking for the big one, doesn't get it. Galan gets a good backhand. Turning onto it is Rosie, this big dark horse with Colombres. He's got some speed, but they manage just round to get the hook on him. Well done from Delfino, not letting Colombres pick up speed on Rosie there because he would be gone. Kaku Araja gets hooked out as well. Delfino's doing some hooking right now. Bejo is able to turn it. Yeah, Boni's gone forward, so is Delfino, and here comes a big pass with Abu Dhabi on the charges, 2-on-1, and the only man in defence is Aidan Al Ahmed, who hits a good backhand. His supporters scream for it. They hit it forward, though. Oh, the unlucky bounce comes back toward them for Abu Dhabi. Big ride-off from Bauti Bejo on the near side, takes it toward the goal, a couple of shots. Backhand shot, oh, just across the front of the goal now, and Araja has it on this big bay horse, takes it away from danger for Equity. Rosie and Colombres comes onto it. He'll check up, take it toward the boards and wait for maybe one too many taps, was it? With 12 seconds left of the chukker, loud blow of the whistle. So, Abu Dhabi picking things up here, looking better and better. A good chukker for them, just letting that penalty go. Too many fouls, perhaps, and Kakuraja making the most of every single one. They've got a penalty here, out to the left-hand side. 12 seconds before the first buzzer. Hugo Balabucci is going to change horse. Let's get that one checked. Bauti Bejo teeing the ball up. So he's got a few options here. He could have a hit to the goal. He could put it into the middle for his teammates to finish, or he could try dribbling a little bit. Equity team on the back foot. Rosie, that big horse of Colombres, is doing a lot of work this chukker. Hugo Balabucci on this beautiful white horse, I believe, is a Apache. Bauti Bejo then, from the sideline. It's strong, but it's not got the angle. He's hit it to the left there, not quite got his radar in. Great penalty taker is Bejo. He hasn't had many chances from the penalty spot this game, if any. That'll end the third chukker. One chukker to go. We've seen 10 goals, 6 of them to Equity and 4 to Abu Dhabi. Players will go back and change horse, and it's important the horses they bring out in this last chukker. We say this game is 80% about the horses, just 20% about the players. But the teamwork and the players will matter so much as well. They definitely need to close down Araja in this last if Abu Dhabi are going to get back into it. Equity looking very strong. Going into the last chukker then, 6.5 goals to 4. Equity versus Abu Dhabi. welcome back. The last chukker of the subsidiary semi-final. Basically for third place in the Emaar Cup. Kind of. So Equity from the back line. Abu Dhabi picking things up, but Equity have been very, very strong, especially this man, Kaku Araja. The 7-goal player under the next shot. Out to the left. Alejandro picks it up, plays one up forward to the front, looking for Aiden. Aiden picks up a nice shot forward. And a near side. Eventually Faris Al-Yabuni gets him. Still they push on forward, Equity. And it goes over the line on that side. So Abu Dhabi will take a hit in. Apache and Hugo Barabucci with his beautiful white horse Apache sends one up forward, and Bauti Bejo's run onto it perfectly. Picked it up nicely, Bejo. Delfino goes forward for the pass. Wow, he's on a fast horse as well, Delfino. This is great polo. Oh, he doesn't manage to hold on to it. Bejo does. Sends another long ranger. Out to the left, though. Oh, good. Looking good, Abu Dhabi. Just not getting those shots through the post. Great shots, great polo, just not getting it between the posts. A little bit hasty on the goal shots, perhaps. Kaku Raja then, the 7-goaler from the back line. One of the best players in the tournament. We've got another one of them later on. Oh, his stick's broken in that shot. The head comes flying off with the ball. Goes further than the ball. He won't be able to play this one. The backhand comes in, and Faris Al-Yabuni can't quite pick it up. They've got to watch out, and oh, he's had the ball stolen from him. Bejo takes another long ranger. Oh, again, it's just out to the right-hand side. Kaku Raju races back to pick up a spare stick. So from the back line, Colombres will take the job and bring it in from the back line as Kaku picks up a fresh stick. He's under some pressure here, Colombres. Manages to get it just about to Kaku, though. Araja plays it out to the side, to the boards, where he'll most probably put on the brakes and slow things down. Doesn't want to lose it. He's able to cut back into the middle of the field with this new stick. He's taking it over the halfway line. Bejo's on the right. Barabucci on the left. He sends one up to the front for Aiden. Barabucci, though, opens up a backhand for Abu Dhabi. Bejo doesn't make the most of it. Gowland collects it and then waits for Kaku to pick it up and head toward the goal. Kaku, he scored a goal just like this earlier on. This time he doesn't get through the Abu Dhabi defense. Yaboni turns well onto it, told to leave it as Barabucci and Apache come driving forward. Up to Yaboni again, gets another touch. They're just not managing to get the ball away here, and turned onto it nicely though is Delfino. Delfino gets a flick onto it. Bejo put himself perfectly in behind to make that pass up forward. But Araja with a brave shot right out toward his own goal here. And Delfino comes in to put the pressure on. He's able to leave it there for Colombres. Colombres' backhand doesn't come off. The second one does. Barabucci sneaks in and picks it up on Apache. What a steal. And coming through with it is Delfino. Delfino with his head down comes charging up toward the goal. Takes a shot and puts it through this time. Delfino again at speed. When they score, they make it look so good. They've scored some outstanding goals, Abu Dhabi team. And Delfino up at the front. What a strike. At a gallop, fires it through and takes his team a little bit closer. They'll go and change here. Whistle will go, and that will stop the clock with 2 minutes and 35 seconds. A goal and a half in it. Equity still have a lead and half a chukker. They just need to hold on to that lead. They've been very disciplined, given away very few fouls this game. Bejo hasn't had any chances from the penalty spot, which is unusual. So, Emaar Polo Cup. The winners will lift the subsidiary cup. We've had the Junior Cup, and after this we've got the big final with the 120,000 dirham prize money up for grabs. Do follow us at Emaar Dubai. Also, Polo Club Dubai, that's the Polo Club's Instagram and Facebook page. And then, well, Polo Academy, we've got the biggest one in the country here with over 100 students, half of them being kids, half of them adults. We've got polo lessons all day, every day, with group lessons, private lessons, instructional chuckers, and academy tournaments as well. We've got international tournaments for the kids too. And you can follow that, the Polo Academy, on Instagram. Half a chukker left, 1.5 goals in it. Equity are up at the front. Goes over for the near side backhand, does Kaku. Bejo was going for the offside. They were a bit too close together to do so. And the whistle blows. It looks like the umpire is talking to Bejo and giving it to Equity. So Equity have been very disciplined, hardly fouling at all. Abu Dhabi, well, the fouls have been letting them down, really. They've played some of the best team polo today, scored some of the best goals, but too often they've had the game stopped and given a penalty given to Equity. Kaku Araja from the halfway line. Stopped by Delfino and Abu Dhabi. That's what they needed. Turn that defense straight back into attack. Up to Delfino again, taking it over the halfway line. Bejo goes forward for the run. Oh, on the half volley, sends it up forward. Raja's come back quickly. We've got 2 minutes left of the match, and Abu Dhabi need 2 goals to get into the lead. Martinita and Aiden Al Ahmed on his favorite horse. Martinita again with the white face, tapping it up, challenging the man here, Yaboni, and he gets a good one past Yaboni. Kicks on fast, but Yaboni's on a quick one too. Reaches out for the hook. Aiden Al Ahmed still got it. Heads it up toward the middle. Ahmed, what a run by the young lad. Followed up by Colombres, who pushes it out to the right, but what a run by Aiden Al Ahmed on Martinita at the front. The academy supporters cheered him on as he galloped past him. Well done, Aiden. So, not wasting any time. They know that time is of the essence now. With less than 90 seconds left of the game, they still need 2 goals. Abu Dhabi, Equity up at the front, trying to run past. Oh, is Bejo looking for the foul, not getting it. And Raja is able to turn this for Equity. He doesn't mind the clock ticking over as he gives it a drive up to the front to Aiden Al Ahmed once more, coming forward. Aiden gets another good tap onto it. The young lad from the Polo Academy in Dubai doesn't manage to get onto that one, and it's turned well here. From Delfino, puts it into the middle. Colombres runs onto it. 43 seconds left. Backhand comes in, and Abu Dhabi have possession of the ball. They've got to get 2 goals, of course, to get the win here. Running, charging onto the line, but not getting it. The backhand comes in, and Delfino's first round onto it. Delfino turning the ball here. Sending one up to the middle. Well, Kaku comes in for the meet, but he didn't see Bejo coming right down behind him. Had to look in his rear view mirror there. So, Abu Dhabi will get a hit. Still, with 18 seconds left. And a goal and a half in it. Equity should be able to hold on to this lead. Bauti Bejo then will take this from the spot for Abu Dhabi. Inside his own halfway line. Takes one tap, gets a bit closer toward the goal. And now he's going to try and run past the man. Like to finish the game with a goal. Kaku gets the better of him. Parabuchi follows it up. And Delfino gets hold of it and finishes it off with a goal. The game will end there, ladies and gentlemen, with the scores being 6.5 goals to 6. Equity Polo team come out victorious. They started with half a goal. They stretched up a little bit in the middle. Abu Dhabi brought it back, but that half a goal was just enough for them to get the win. What a great game. We saw 12 goals in the subsidiary final of the Emaar Cup. Equity Polo team, the newest team on the block here, playing the first ever 12 goal for that team, and they come out and they're going to lift the subsidiary cup. So a momentous occasion for Equity Polo team and Aidan Al Ahmed. Congratulations to the entire team, and well done to Abu Dhabi for putting on a valiant performance. Equity coming out the win just by half a goal in their first ever major season. Here we can have a look at some of the best goals, and there were a few beauties, especially from the Abu Dhabi. That was Bauti Bejo early on. He slotted that one through, just picking up one-time pass from Delfino. This is Bejo again, lofting that one, little chip shot up over the top. So quick onto those ones, just looked up and shoots, not wasting any time. This was that little horse Negro that Pickford. That was the best playing pony in my book. If there was one, I would pick that one. Raja really stretched open the game on that horse. This was a great goal from Delfino, a flat out gallop, being hunted down by Colombres. He managed to put that one through. Scored a nice goal like that earlier on in the first chukker as well. And Delfino once more here, breaking away, coming across the middle of the field and then firing that through. That was a great goal. So 6.5 goals to 6 with 12 goals in that game. It was a beauty to watch. Let's have a look at the stats. Well, Abu Dhabi just lost out by half a goal. Each team scored 6. All of Abu Dhabi's goals were field goals, which meant they didn't even have a single go at, not a single penalty shot. And look at that, just the one field goal for Equity, and 5 were from the penalty spot. Throw-ins, Equity won 7, Abu Dhabi 5. Fouls, well, it just says here just the 5 fouls from Abu Dhabi. I thought it was more, but all those 5 fouls were penalties, and they all went in pretty much. 4 fouls from Equity, but they were not penalties. Look at that, no penalties. It's not often you see that in a game. Abu Dhabi not getting one single penalty. 4 out of 4 for Equity, and they got that one corner out of 3. They had 3 in a row and got the last. So it was the penalties really that won it for Equity. Abu Dhabi did well, but they just gave away those open goal penalties, and Kaka Raja slotted them through. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, unless it's to the fridge to get a drink or a cup of tea, because we have got the Emaar Cup final coming up here at Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club. So we'll be back with live